Romans 10:17 says, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So our faith must come from the word of God. Our faith can't come from our feelings. Our feelings fluctuate. The word of God is stable. The word of God is unchanging. When you look at John 1:1, it says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him. And apart from him, not even one thing that came to being made was made. In him was the life, and the life was the light of mankind. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not grasp it or does not comprehend it. So that's the description of the Word of God from John 1, verses 1 through 5. And then when you get down to verse 14 in John 1, it says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we saw his glory as of his only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. So we know that the Word of God is talking about Jesus that came to be able to dwell in the flesh. So our faith comes from not our feelings, not from another person and trusting what someone else says. Our faith comes from the word of God. So we know that the word of God is unchanging, stable, and you can count on it always. And then also consider John 17, verse 17. While Jesus is praying for the apostles, he says in verse 17, sanctify them in your truth. Your word is truth. So Jesus is asking the Father to sanctify his apostles. Sanctify, set them apart is what sanctify means. So Jesus asked the Father to set apart the apostles, sanctify them. How? By your truth. Your word is truth. So the word of God is truth. The word of God is Jesus. Jesus is truth. So in John 14:6, when Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, the life, no one comes to the Father except through me, that is showing us this full circle. Faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of God. The word of God is Jesus. The word of God is truth. Jesus is truth. It all comes back to Jesus. So that's why we can't be led by our feelings. We have to be led by our faith. And our faith has to be in the word of God, which is Jesus, which is truth. You want to study more about this? We'd be delighted to. You can call us or you can text us at 843-553-5157 or email us at letthebiblespeak843@gmail.com.